Now that we're going PACS school-wide, it's nice to be able to have everyone in the same school environment using some of the same language. So those of you that work with individuals or small groups, I'm going to teach you a very powerful strategy that you should be seeing in the classrooms that your students are working in. It's called Predict, Monitor, Reflect. And so the concept of that is before every activity that you predict the expected behavior and some of the spleens, that would be the things that would be getting in the way of having a productive, peaceful, healthy, happy classroom time. For example, in writing. Some of the younger classes are using a notebook with these visuals inside. It's important that it's the students that are the ones that are doing predicting. Then what you do is you monitor it throughout the lesson and then you reflect upon it. So I've put together a real compact card that could be used in small group or with individuals that reflects the same kinds of predictions, monitoring, reflecting that's going on in a whole group. So, in order to reduce the amount of stuff that you have to carry around with you, I've tried to make a compact card that has a schedule on one side, and then it has a predict, monitor, reflect here, and then it has a reinforcement part right here. All of it on one card. So let's look at schedules first. Some students, if it's individuals, or it could be a small group too, might need to have, like, this schedule is the different parts of that child's morning. It could also look like if you were going to have just a reading time in a small group, it could be just the parts of the different activities you're doing during that reading time. It's important that you show the student when something is all finished. So it could be, ECRI is all finished, or it could look like crossing off. If it's going like at writing time, first thing we do is put your name on the paper, cross it off, all finished. What's next? We're going to write one sentence. When it's finished, check it off. So let's say the first one is writing. Okay, well, that's done at a desk. The next thing is calendar. The expectations change when the activity changes. So let's look at the first one. Green means we're ready to go. Okay, during writing time. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to predict the expected behavior. When you're writing, what inch voice should we have? Well, if they're sounding things out, it's probably not a 0-inch voice, which is absolutely silent, but maybe whisper voice. So let's put that one down. You're asking the child to help you. What should PACS hands look like during writing? Like this? Okay, well, if you're doing this, are you getting any writing done? No. What should PACS hands look like? It looks like writing. Okay, so we have a 3-inch voice. We're going to do writing. I like to go over those things first and then ask some guiding questions. When you are writing, are you trying to just get finished and do sloppy work, or are you doing your best? Oh, doing your best. So let's put that one down. And there's a number of steps. Should I do whatever I feel like, or do I need to follow the directions? Follow directions. See how I guided those questions, but they're the ones picking. So spleens, these are things that are going to get in the way of us having a really productive writing time. Let's look over here. I have those on red. What's something I should not see or hear? Okay, well, maybe not following directions. And they might say, oh, wording out. Yeah, that would make it hard for other people to write. Now it's time to monitor. And we have a 5-star game right here. When we do our 5-star game, maybe if it's a whole group, they can earn a Granny's Wacky prize. Maybe if it's an individual, they're going to get some free choice time. So they have to know what they're working for. All right, let's say I set my timer at first for 5 minutes. And as I watch either the student or the whole group, I know, that's right, I'm noticing the 3-inch voice. You have to be really acknowledging these things. I see that you are doing your best. That's what a PACS leader does. If it's a group, wow, I like the way these two students, how their hands are working. That's what PACS leaders do. Beep, beep, beep. Mint one off. Hey, you just earned a star. Ooh, that was 1 minute. Do you think we can do it for 2 minutes? So you can try to increase how much time over time. But maybe 1 minute is all that student or that group can handle. So when you're monitoring these things, you can give the star. So let's say the beeper went up. Let's say you notice that they're not following directions. You can point out, not following directions. Let's see if we can fix it. You fixed it, great job. That's what PAX leaders do. Let's say they don't fix it. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, no star. Let's try it again. Let's set another minute and just focus on the positive. Wow, you really fixed it right away. If it was a small group, you might even put that right in front of that student, just as a reminder. So what's nice about this too is that you can do this without words. Once they've gotten 5 stars, then that means they earned something, whether that be the Granny's Wacky Prize or free choice time. That's going to be dependent on the child or kids that you're working with. Once that's finished, turn it over and you say writing time is all finished. Okay, how did we do? How did we do? This is the reflection part with your 3-inch voice. Yeah, I really noticed that. There was a few times I needed to remind you, but you fixed it right away. That's what PAX leaders do. And they can go and rate themselves on these 4 green things. If, let's say there was one where doing their best, maybe that was a problem one, a challenge they were just trying to rush through, then the next time you're writing, you can say, let's really focus on this one. That was one that we had, was a challenge last time. Let's see if we can really work on that one. And maybe that's the only thing that you focus on the next time you do writing. So you're just focusing on one thing. All right, now let's look. So writing is all finished. What's it time for now? Oh, it's calendar time. All right, now that means we have new expectations for calendar. And so you take these off, you're part of the ones taking it off, you erase this, and you start all over again for the next activity.